everybody, hope we're all fit and well, hope we're all a bit better than today's weather. So let's get ourselves set up, so we're standing nice and tall, those feet under our hips, tummies drawn in, shoulders back, arms down at our sides, and that little lean just forwards, catch yourself on your toes, then back to just before you think you're going to fall. So just taking that forwards and back a few times, wakes up those senses, gets us set and ready to move, helps us find our natural balanced position. That's it, a little step if you need. Good, so we're not going up onto tiptoes, we're just stopping ourselves falling forwards. So one more time. And then you should have that spot now where you feel nicely balanced, not falling forwards or back. Hands onto hips or one hand in front behind. Then we tilt that pelvis under and then put that arch in the bottom of the spine. Again, just setting ourselves up, finding our neutral spine, loosening the lower back. So it's not a huge movement, it's just that tilt under and back. That's it, so there's a little tilt there. Just puts us in the right position, and you can soften those knees a little bit if you want, if you find that more comfortable. That's good, a couple more times. Good, then you should have a position now where you're nicely balanced, you've got a neutral spine, and we can get those feet moving, so we're pushing that foot into the ground, pressing through the ball of your foot down into your mat, and just letting the arms naturally join in. So it's just walking arms from the shoulder. That's it. Just pedaling away. Keep pressing that foot into the ground. You might find that your toes or your ankles just creak and crack a little bit. That's perfectly natural as long as it's not painful. We'll increase that range of movement. So we're starting to bring the arms up a little higher and further back. So let's get that little stretch into your shoulder. That's good. Higher still. Bringing them up. So we're taking them all the way up and back. That's good, keeping that going. A few more times. That's it. One more each side. And bringing that back down. So standing tall with those feet nicely under our hips. Taking them back, I just want you to raise the arms, open out wide. In and down, so deep breath and blow it out. That's good. Just keep that going, have that really nice stretch, open of that chest, and then blow it out as those arms come back in and down. More times. Good, one more. Okay, let's take those arms nice and high. We're going to sweep in front. A little lean back. I'm just going to start with a smaller movement. Just gradually increase the range of movement. So we're dipping down a little bit more. Maybe leaning back a fraction more. So we start to increase our movement, bringing more of the body into play. That's keep keeping that going. Excellent, a few more. Should be getting a nice big movement now. Sweep it through. That's good, couple more. And bringing that back up. Okay, so still standing tall with those feet under our hips. Take those hands high. We'll take it to the side and over to the other side. That's it. One way, then the other. Good, steady away. A few more, and we'll extend the movement around. So next time we're going to take it into our windmill, sweep that around, back up, change direction. If you feel you need to soften your knees as you come through to protect that lower back and hamstrings, absolutely fine. Work to your own level. With that deeper stretch, we can keep our legs straighter. That's it. Keeping that moving. A few more times. That's good. Nicely sweeping through, hopefully finding you're going a little lower now than you were on your first time round. As those muscles get warmed up, those joints start to loosen off again. That's it, one more each way. Bring it around. And bring that back down. Okay, let's take our feet out wider now. So probably just over shoulder width with those toes diagonally outwards. We're just going to circle our hips around. Try to keep your head fairly still. So as the hips circling underneath the head. That's good. Nice wide circle with those hips. So we're loosening everything out. Couple more. Then we'll change direction. So let's bring that around the other way. That's it. Wide circles there, so aiming to keep that head nice and still if we can. Good, couple more. And bringing that back in. Bringing your feet in, taking weight onto one leg. Just raise your foot off the ground. We're going to roll the ankle around. Wide circle, rolling the ankle. A few times. And then let's change direction. So those joints nice and loose. That's good. One more. And bring that down, change yourself over, reset your balance to your other leg, and roll the ankle. Have a compare of the two. Is this one easier to roll in that circle? You're making squares rather than circles now. Is your balance harder on this leg? Okay, change direction. Again, if you find it easier one way than the other, changing direction with that foot, throw your balance off. Just gives you little clues of things you can work on where you may have imbalances in your body. That's good. Couple more. And bringing that back in. Okay, so we're standing nice and tall, feet back under our hips. Just sweep that leg through. So hands wherever's comfortable for you, whether that's hips, down your sides, holding onto the wall to stop you falling over, wherever we need. Just gently sweeping that leg through. That's good. Excellent. One more. And bringing that down. Let's switch over. So reset your balance. Take it to the other side. Again, have that little comparison, one side to the other. If you find it easier on this leg, or you're more balanced on the other side. That's it, a couple more times. And bringing that back down. Good. So resetting again, over to the first leg. I'm going to draw that circle around your standing leg this time. So mobilising that hip, we're working on our balance, we're working all those muscles that keep us standing up straight and stop us falling over. So it's really important to keep our balance working. I think most of us know we should be doing that 150 minutes a week of our aerobic activity, but a lot of the time we forget that we need to do our strength and balance. So a couple of times a week, balance work, a couple of times a week, strength work, just to help keep us fit and well, able to do our day-to-day things. That's good. One more. And bring that down, switch into your other leg. Same again, let's draw that circle. That's it. Aiming to keep standing nice and tall and still, just with that leg moving. Really good. Keep it moving. Steady away. That's good. One more. And bring that back in. Okay, a little bit more of a balance challenge with this one. So we're going to take our weight onto one leg. We're going to bring our hands up and we're going to rotate the torso. If you need to reset that balance at any time, just tap your toe down. Good, one more each way. Bring that back in, take a few seconds, switch to the other leg. So you're bringing that up and turn. With a lot of these, if you're on quite a thick, spongy mat, it's easier if you stood on a harder floor. It makes it a little bit more stable. One more each way. And bring that back down. Okay, so this one, we're going to stand nice and tall, arms at our side. We're going to lean it forwards, take that leg back and down. Both arms forwards, one leg back. If you try to take both legs back, you get all sorts of problems. Good. A few more. Nearly went then. That's it, one more each leg. It back in, well done. Okay, so we're standing nice and tall. We're just going to squat that down, bring it up. Excellent. So just taking that down, sitting back, keep the head and chest up. Really good squeeze of the bum, push up with the thighs. That's good. Keep that going. Excellent, a few more times. Good, two more. And bring that up. Okay, so when you're standing in the middle of your mat, we're probably towards the back edge of it. This one, we're going to have a little bit of a different exercise. We're going to take a step forwards and diagonally, so your foot goes towards the far corner, front corner of your mat, and we'll take a reach over. So we step and reach, bring it back, step and reach. So arm takes it over the top. You bend that front knee just as far as you feel comfortable. Let's go nice and low. So it's like that nice wide lunge there. So you go from the back centre to the front corner of your mat. Obviously, if your legs aren't quite as long as mine, you might not get to that front corner of your mat. Wherever your nice wide so lunge step out takes you to. That's good. Excellent. Keep that going a few more times. Good. One more each way. And take that out. And back, really good. Okay, this time, I want you standing middle of your mat, facing lengthways along it, probably just slightly closer to the front than the back. We're going to take a back lunge, but reach high. So step back, reach up. Bending that back knee just as low as you feel comfortable. So that might be just a little step back. But it could be taking it all the way back and down to the mat. That's good. Just keeping that going for a moment. That's it, a few more times. Just have to reset the music for the recording. For some reason I just stopped. So just a couple more, one more each leg. That's it, one more. And bring that back up, well done. Okay, standing towards the end of your mat now, facing lengthways along it. We're going to take a reach up nice and high, tuck our chin, roll those shoulders, curling down towards those feet, and rolling that back up, take it high. If you need to soften those knees, that's absolutely fine, working to your level. But remember, it's a tuck, it's a roll. Curling to the feet. So we're not just bending at the waist, reaching forwards. We're trying to coil ourselves up into a hole. That's it. Really good. More. That's good. Next time we're going to stop at the bottom. So when we go down, just let yourself hang. Heavy arms, heavy head. Get a really nice stretch through the hamstrings, the glutes, the lower back. And sweep that around your feet. Nice semicircle round those toes. That's good. A few more. Set. Let's unroll, bringing that back up, letting that blood come back out of the head down into the body again. This time we're going to roll it down, hands onto the mat, we're going to walk it forward. If you need to drop to the knees to do that one, absolutely fine. We're holding that plank. So if you're working off your knees, still keep that straight line from knees to shoulders, or if you're on your feet, toes to shoulders. And then walk it back, bringing that back in, unrolling that up. One more time, bring that down, curl that spine, roll towards the feet, walk it out, and hold. Good. And then lower to our knees, into that kneeling box position now. We're going to arch that spine up like that angry cat. So we're in our cat stretch. And then rotate through the shoulders, let the back drop, the head lift. Loving the air. And rotate through again, push it up through that spine. Down. So one more, push that spine up, really stretching through that back, And then when you lower down, lowering through, letting that spine drop down. Good, back to neutral, sit back on those heels, stretching through the back and shoulders in your child's pose. And bringing that back up. Excellent, well done. So a little bit different now, a bit of an extended sort of warm-up stroke standing movement section there. So just going to go in, do a few basic exercises on our front, our side and our back, just for sort of the second half. So we're going to start back in that kneeling box position in our Superman movement. So hands under shoulders, knees are under our hips. And then let's take that forwards. Bring it in. That's it. And down. Keeping that back level, shoulders and hips flat. Just one arm, one leg moving. Try to make sure we don't get that rear leg too high. We want a long, straight line. So if you can see yourself on your screen or in a mirror, just check that you're making that long line. Imagine you've got a scaffolding board laid across you. You should be touching that from your hand all the way down your leg. That's good, just keeping that going. Nice and steady. Just staying with this basic movement, so really focus on your technique. So keep it slow, keep it smooth. That's it. A few more. Good, one more each side. That down. Okay, so I want you to lay face down on your mat this time, with those elbows up at 90 degrees, in line with the shoulders. We're going to start with our torso raise, so we're just lifting that head and chest off the mat, using those muscles down the spine to do that lift. So we're down, elbows in line with shoulders, and we're just going to lift. So we're using that back to do the lift, not our arms. Arms are just there for position and for balance, and to assist when we extend in the movement. That's good. Few more times. Good, couple more. We're going to extend this movement up. So when we get to the top, we're going to start to extend the arms, taking us all the way up. So we lift, then extend, slowly down, using that back to control all the way down. Lift, extend, and control. That's really good, keeping that going. More times now. Excellent, one more. So let's lift, extend, and control all the way down. Good. Okay, I want you to stay laying down, but extend your arms forwards. From here, we're going to raise them off the floor, bring them round behind our back, touch together, bring them forwards and down. Up, round, together, forwards and down. That's it. So we're strengthening that back, we're rotating, loosening, strengthening the shoulders, and down. Nicely done, keep that going. We're going to change it up now. So between each one, I want to do about a dozen little flutter kicks. And one arm movement. So once round, together, flutter kick. Doesn't matter if you don't keep count, just a few seconds, back down, back to the arms. That pattern going. A few more times. That's it, we'll do one more of each after these. Ones. Take that round, back, last set of little flutter kicks. That's good. And resting those down. Excellent. So we're going to move over onto our side. So I want you to start laying out on one side but with those knees bent. Raise our knees and feet just off the floor if you can, but if you do need to rest them down, absolutely fine. From here, keeping our hips stacked, so we're not rolling back onto our bum, we're just lifting, rotating that top knee, keeping our feet together to make a pivot point. That's it. Lift and rotate that knee. Working around the hip and the bum there, using all those muscles to lift and move that knee. That's good. Two more. Bring that down, rest the knees on the floor, keep them bent, arms out at 90 degrees. I'm just going to raise the arm, take it over, back together. So you might need to bend the elbow or drop the arm down a little bit if you're short on space. Just work with what you've got. Let your eyes follow your hand all the way. Lift up and over, then back. Really good. Gives a lovely stretch out and ease out. Helps to loosen those tight shoulders, that back. Good. Two more. So let's lift, follow it over, bring it back together one more time. We take that up, we go over, bring it back, rest it down. Okay, spin yourselves around or roll over. We'll start again with that clamshell movement for the knees and the hips. So lifting those feet and knees off the ground if you can. lift and open that top knee. You want your hips stacked, one on top of the other. Imagine you're backed up against the wall or a piece of furniture. That stops you rolling back. That's it. Really good. Nicely done. Keeping that going. A few more. That's it. Two more. Last one. Resting that down. Okay, so we're bringing the arm out 90 degrees to the body, knees resting down on the floor. Let's take that hand up and over. Bring it together. That's good. Eyes follow that hand over and back. That's it, nicely done, nice and steady. Good, few more. That's it, two more now. Over and back one more time. Bringing that in and together. Well done. Coming over onto our backs now. Last couple of exercises. So I want you to lay back on your mat, bringing your feet close into the body. So from here we're going to go up into our bridge. So we tilt that pelvis. We peel the back off the mat, press the bum up, heels into the floor. Rotate that down, one vertebra at a time onto the mat. So we tilt, we peel, we push up, squeeze the bum, and then one vertebra at a time back onto the mat. Let the pelvis rock back. Tilt, lift, roll it back down. That's it. Peeling off the floor. Squeeze and push up, slowly down. Good, keeping that going. That's it, a few more. Two more times. Excellent. One more. And lower that down. So still laying back. Bringing your legs up to our tabletop position. So 90-degree bend at hip and at knee. Hands point to the ceiling. We're going to tap one toe down. Opposite arm drops back. So you just pivot at the hip. Knee stays constant at that 90 degrees. If you find the arch at the bottom of your spine starts to increase, re-engage that core, bring it in, back to your natural start position. So that might be back totally flat on the floor, but more likely you'll have a small curve in your lower back. We'll just keep that where it naturally goes. If you feel it increasing, which you quite often do on this one, just bring that pelvis back over. I'll Take your spine back to natural position, core engaged to hold you where you are. That's it, nearly there. Good, one more each leg. And bring that down, sit yourself up. So we're sitting up nice and tall, nice straight back. Hands forward, we're just going to roll that back, just low back as far as you feel comfortable, whether that's nearly to your mat, or whether that's just past the vertical, wherever your ability takes you. But give yourself that little challenge. If you do feel you can only go to there, well, next time, can you go a fraction further? Without taking it too far and hurting yourself. Just want a little progression if we can, week on week. If we just do exactly the same every time, we get used to doing exactly the same. That's why we change up the order, we change up the movements. You challenge yourself to go a little further, a little harder. Focus on that technique rather than your little cheats you sometimes get used to. That's it. Good, two more. Last one. And bring that back up, sitting tall. Slowly back up to our feet. Standing up, if you just heard a crack then, that was both my knees as I stood up. Okay, so we'll put our feet together. Take one step back, bend the front knee, hands forward, looking down. And switch. This time hands go back, chest forward, shoulder blades together. Bring that back in, take our hands high, and then we're just going to bend and reach for those toes. Slowly back up, standing tall, pick one foot up, give that thigh a little stretch out. Switch it. And feet down, take them wide, just sweeping that through, up high. One last time, we'll take us onto our toes. We're going to go high and reach for 3, 2, 1, and relax it there. Well done.